Nobody, Jim, in Nova Scotia or in Canada or in the world has the power to rob me of my personal dignity, whether it's my next-door neighbor or whether it's the Premier of Nova Scotia.
Carrie Best grew up in New Glasgow. She's been kicked out of public places, she's been arrested, and she's fought back every time.
How old are you now, Carrie Best?
88 and a half.
And have you, as I have heard, spent your lifetime fighting racism in Nova Scotia?
You could say that, yeah. Racism began with me, I would say, at birth, but I fought on my own terms and with my own weapons. And then I would not allow my hatred of racism, and I hated with a vengeance. I would never let that prevent me from doing anything I could to help anyone. Well, I had been going to the Roseland Theatre for years. My son and I would, in those days, that's about the only entertainment that you had. And I would pick him up at school, and we would go, and I'd sit in that same seat for years. And one day, the usher just walked in and said to me, "You can't sit here anymore. You've got to go upstairs. All the black people have to sit upstairs." And shocked, of course, and of course I refused. And they held the show up for about a half an hour while they went to get the policeman, and they literally dragged my son and I out of the theater. I don't think it will change one bit if they put 20 black men on the police force. I don't think it will change one iota. I think it will complicate matters, because it will be similar to South Africa, where you're pitting black against black violence, and it will be even fiercer than a white policeman, because these men are being forced for a paycheck to battle their own race, and maybe in their heart is not there at all, but they will have to do it. I was a member of the task force on the status of women, and by no stretch of your imagination did I represent 30,000 black people, but people thought I was.
Yes.
Well, they're satisfied. There's one black face on that, and that's it. Now, there's nothing wrong with being a token if that token is a person of quality.
Who can produce something.
Who can produce something. You have to, you get your foot in the door, and after that, you open the door for others, and you don't try to close the door once you're in and to feel that you're something special, because you are not.
You mean Carrie Best, winner of member of the Order of Canada, holder of an honorary degree from St. FX? Dr. Carrie Best is followed around
yes, Dr.
store?
Carrie Best certainly is, and Dr. Carrie Best has made it quite known to the one who followed me and to the manager that I don't appreciate that. Yes, I've gone in stores, and I'm scarcely in the door to look for something. Maybe I'm looking for a sweater, and the clerk will leave probably 10 people waiting and come and say, it's so polite. They're so polite, they're sickening. Can I help you? And that's the only time that I forget that I am Dr. Carrie Best, and I tell her, quite frankly, no, she can't help me. That I came in to make a purchase. When I see what I want, I will let her know. And as for paying for it, she can have it any way she wants it. Cash, ChargeX, MasterCharge, or the Gold Card. 20 years ago, in Sydney, a student who was hired for summer told me at one of the affirmative action programs that the boss said, "Now you watch those when they come in here, because they all steal." That was in Sydney 20 years ago. Someone who works in a hotel in Halifax told me that she once worked as a clerk, and the manager told her, "You watch those when they come in, because they're all thieves."
God, you use that word, and it
awful.
makes me.
It is really awful, and it's not my imagination.
No.
Although I'm looking for it, and I'm ready for it. Believe me, I'm ready for it. But it shouldn't exist. Nobody, Jim, in Nova Scotia or in Canada or in the world has the power to rob me of my personal dignity, whether it's my next-door neighbor or whether it's the Premier of Nova Scotia. I am not an and those who have called me have learned I mean exactly what I say. I am a person born in the image of God. I have intelligence. I am honest. I am honorable. And I am as good, if not better, than anybody that walks the face of this earth. And when we, as a black race of people, teach our children that, and to live by that rule, I think the ignorant whites will learn the lesson. Certainly those that I have contacted with over the last few years have learned their lesson.
I'm very pleased to meet you. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.